Hello YouTube, this is Kevin Ken. I'm Kevin. Time again for another pocket dump deconstruction. It's Wednesday, May 25th, 2016, and spring/summer has hit the east coast of the USA finally on May 25th. Of course, I say Wednesday, May 25th. No, you might not be watching this on that day. But I just want you to know that we do this every single day. We do a pocket dump deconstruction. What's a pocket dump deconstruction? Well, you see that right there? That's going to fill my pockets today. That's my EDC, my everyday carry. I threw it on my desk, arranged it all pretty, took a picture, exactly this picture, posted it on Instagram at Kevin Ken, turned my iPhone 6S Plus from photo to video, and now we're going to take apart this pocket dump and talk about the elements in it, and even talk about some knives that got away, and put some of the knives that you see into a little bit of perspective. The watch is my Heuer Monaco chronograph, which I really like. Built like a truck, looks like a dream. Hey, I should do advertising. The cigar today that's going to celebrate Hump Day, Wednesday. Either going to celebrate a great Hump Day or happy that it's over and I'm closer to Friday. Is a wonderful Cuban cigar, a punch cigar. Can't wait. Single malt. Scotch. Man, these first 2 days have been something else as far as work's concerned. So I have really enjoyed coming to you guys and doing the pocket dump deconstructions and playing with my knives. Actually, I've been scared to carry knives because I might use them. No, I'm joking. Because there are wackos who would do that. I wouldn't. I'm just joking. But woo, what a couple of days. So I'm looking forward to Wednesday, the hump day, and then getting over the hump. Coach Vintage men's wallet, one of the ones that I have. The coin, let me cover this. It's a 2012 Australian, 2012 Australian Kookaburra coin. It's one of the thick ones. It is a 1 ounce coin, but it's smaller, but a lot thicker than usual. My pad today, I'm taking my Coach pad, my original Coach. It is. The leather, it's like everything else I bought 20 something years ago. I love it. Bought all the Coach paper I could get that fit in this nice thick stock, nice kind of yellowish paper. I just love that paper. And after 20 something years, ran out of it, so I made my own. Looks exactly like it. Shh. Don't tell Coach. And now let's talk about the knives and the carry. This is an interesting carry. I started with something completely different, and then I ended up with this, and I'm happy with this. I'm just thrilled with it, actually. The keychain knife, hey, you're used to one of these. I have about 9 of them, all different kinds. It's called the Cricket. You know, if you want to get someone a gift of a knife or something, give them a Cricket. First of all, tell them it's going to be super sharp out of the box. Tell them it's little, but that belly cuts real nice, so they'll find that they can use it anywhere. And then that little hook, and trust me, can do a little bit of damage too. This is the etched version. Do you see that? Yeah, there's a pattern that comes off. The pattern comes off of the stainless steel, and you can feel it. It's etched in there. It's really nice. Really feels nice in the hand. It's a little bit better than just the stainless steel to me. It hides a lot of the smudges that come off my fat, dirty hands as well. It's just really nice. VG10 steel, like most of the modern day Crickets. 1.9 inch blade. But I love that reverse S styling that Spyderco uses, and they use in their hawk blades, a lot of their hawk blades. Man, I haven't carried a hawk blade because I usually just throw it in my pocket if I'm going somewhere at night, one of them. We should do a hawk blade something. But reverse S, which is wonderful, but has that little belly so that you can do daily EDC type things. I like it. Very strong. I didn't say liner lock, did I? I probably did. I'm sorry. This is, like most common ones, is a frame lock. Man, the older ones are liner locks. The newer ones are frame locks. See that? And it's a really nice, to be so small, like I said, 1.9-inch blade, 2.7 inches all the way. It is a very mighty blade. Doesn't scare people. In fact, people want to touch it and hold it because of that shape. But I tell you, it can do some damage too. That's the Spyderco etched cricket as my keychain knife. My medium knife, I was going to go with this medium knife no matter what. I just like it. It's the Inkosi. It's the Inkosi. It's the newest of the Chris Reeve knives. It's really nice. It is basically a Sebenza 25, a small Sebenza 25. But man, it is just wonderful. See, you see the two choils, you see the hump on the blade. S35V in steel, because that's how Chris Reeve rolls these days. The little niche that you find in all Sebenza 25s. It's really nice. It's a little bit bigger. Let me grab one. Here we go. It's a little bit smaller, just a little bit smaller than the small Sebenza 21. You see that? Just a little bit smaller, which actually makes it really handy. If you think a Sebenza 21 is a great EDC, just think about the Inkosi, just a little bit smaller. I've only seen them in the plain Jane. Of course, it has the Chris Reeve integral frame lock, all tie, plain Jane, all tie. I did see when he was first introducing them, I don't know how many, was it 30? I think 30 or 20 exclusives that went for $2,500 a pop. You know I wanted one, but too much. And they're numbered and all of that. Other than that, and they have some etchings on it. Other than that, I haven't seen other variations of this. I'm looking for that. It's the Inkosi. The Inkosi is Zulu for chief. He calls this the chief knife. Big pivot for a small knife. I really like it. Again, just a little bit smaller than your regular small 21. It's a great size for a Chris Reeve knife. It's reasonably priced. It's priced like a small Sebenza 21. You know, what's reasonable? It all depends on who you are, right? My large knife, I tell you, I went right to the Spyderco case because for some reason I was missing my Southard. This is the Brad Southard. This is the Spyderco Southard. It is the blacked out version. Hold on one second here. That's the great thing about having a lot of cases of knives. This is the original Brad Southard flipper. Remember, Spyderco's whole trademark is one hand opening through the Spidey hole. This was their first entry into the flippers. And this was the knife, the Brad Southard flipper, Spyderco Southard. It's a wonderful knife. It is CTS 204P steel, carpenter steel, 3.5-inch blade. I like the profile of that blade too. It just, the tip just going downward a little bit, a little recurve there. I really like it. Nice jimping. Everything was great. This, if you had a vote of the ugliest knife, this and probably the domino and dice flippers would make it. I think either this, I'm pretty sure the Southard was pimped more than any other Spyderco knife in the history of Spyderco knives because people just didn't like this brown G10. It's very grippy. Of course, it has tie on the back with that Chris Reeve integral lock. I love that stop, the lock stop right there, made out of the same G10. It flips like a dream, but everyone wanted to pimp it. And so my carry is Spyderco's answer to that. They pimped it themselves. They did a blackout version of the Brad Southard flipper, the Spyderco Southard. Oh, man. And you know what? The changes are so subtle. Yes, it's blacked out. It's all black. Everything's black. So same shape, same everything. But you know what? It flips a little smoother. That's a great flipper. This is just smoother. It really is. It just whips out there a little bit more. The tie is all black, and the G10, the black G10, isn't as grippy. A lot smoother G10. It gives you enough, obviously, but it's just smoother. This is a smoother knife altogether. Same blade profile, of course, still CTS 204P, but it's blacked out, which I really love, and it's smoother. Smoother G10 made a big difference, and it looks better. You don't have to pimp out the blacked out version. This is a wonderful knife, and it just flips smoother. It really does. This is it. If you want to get a flipper, there's a lot of new flippers, especially from Spyderco, obviously from elsewhere. And, you know, they just came out with the new Brad Southard flipper, the Positron. This is the brand new one that came at the end of 2015, the beginning of 2016. As I record this, it's 2016. This is Brad returning to the fold, the Spyderco fold, after doing the original flippers. This is the Positron. It's a lot smaller, a lot lighter, a lot smaller. See that? A lot lighter. Carbon fiber all over it. It has that wonderful wire clip. Can you see that? Yeah. Only a 3.1 inch blade as opposed to the 3.5 inch blade. And it's S30V steel instead of the Carpenter steel CTS 204P. But let me tell you something. I'm so happy to carry this. It made me happy. It's been sitting in my case. I bring it out every now and then to talk about the flippers, if I bring all the flippers. I love this one. I do. The Positron, Southard's Positron. It's light. It's easier to carry, all of those things. But sometimes a man just wants the heft. You know? Original Southard. The next year they came out with the blacked out Southard. Smoother G10, and of course all blacked out. And then this year, or early this year, late last year, they came out with the Southern Positron. You can see it's a lot smaller. It's that smooth carbon fiber with the wire clip. Had to do that, had to talk about the history of it. But that's the carry. It's the Inkosi, the chief from Chris Reeve. It's really a small Sabinza 25. It really is. A little bit smaller. I use this as a measure, a little bit smaller than a small Sabinza 21. Of course, you know I love my crickets. I love them. And this etched one feels great in the hand with that frame lock, that raised etching, and of course that wonderful reverse S VG10 steel blade. Wonderful for gifts. It really is. It's just handy. And of course, the blacked out Southard. I just wanted to show you the original that the blacked out was based on. And then the brand new Southard, because I had it on my table. It's called the Positron, the Spyderco Positron. A lot lighter, about 4/10 smaller in blade size, 3.1 instead of 3.5 inches. But that's my carry. I took those 3 knives and all this other stuff, took a picture, posted it on Instagram. But you know what? This ain't Instagram. No. I almost used what I consider one of the best Spydercos, definitely top 5 in my cases, out of the hundreds of knives I have. And this is the Spyderco Sage 2. Spyderco did a series of 4 knives, and rumor has it that they're going to introduce a 5th one later on this year, recognizing the great knife makers who had innovations in locks. This one, celebrates Chris Reeve and his integral lock. All of them have the exact same profile, different materials, and of course a different lock. But this is wonderful. Full tie, has that Chris Reeve integral lock, has the wire clip, all of the Sages do, and that classic Spyderco leaf blade, which is just out of this world. S30V steel, it's the perfect knife. I almost tried to go, I really wanted to go small. Sage 2 with the Inkosi and then the Cricket, but you know what? The Sage and the Inkosi is pretty much the same size blade. So I opted not to carry this and opted to go with my flippers. That's it, you guys. Thank you very much for all your time. Don't forget, you can follow me on Instagram at KeithKevinKen. You can, yes. Thumb this up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. We're heading up to 500 subscribers, and when we do, I better start figuring out how I'm going to shoot this special case, probably in a two-parter or something. Bunch of knives. I'm going to pull up my most expensive Pelican cases. Want my most expensive Pelican case, my 1550, and we'll go through the knives. Hey, you guys, really enjoyed. As always, thank you for all of your time. Thank you for your support. Keep all the comments coming in. Keep the thumb up. You guys just don't know how much that motivates me to keep doing this every single day. I really appreciate all of you. You have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.